10 hyperpop vocal effects in 10 minutes. Let's go. The first vocal effect is pitched up plus some rigid auto-tune. You probably heard this before. I've got all of the song titles in the top.
You'll never really know, no.
The first thing in the vocal chain is something I've got on all of these, and it's just like a little vocal preamp. The next thing is the harsh pitch correction. I've got the speed and the note transition all the way down, and this MIDI above is routing into here. Over on the side, just waves tune real time, and that forces the notes to come out at very specific pitches, and it gives it the more robotic feel. You'll never really know, no. The next thing on here is a formant shift. I'm using manipulator. It's shifting it up 5 semitones, but maintaining the same pitch.
You'll never really know, no.
And then we've got a harsh compression and EQ.
You'll never really know, no. Anything about me.
The autotune and the formant shift can also be done by a free plugin called M-Auto Pitch. I tried remaking the same effect with the free plugins, the free OTT by Xfer.
You'll never really know, no.
One thing you can mess around with, if you're routing MIDI into your pitch correction, you can transpose the audio before it goes into the pitch correction to give it a different feel. It's just another tool you can use to tweak that sound a little bit more. The second effect on here is a fuzzy crushed vocal effect.
I feel like dying every season.
After the pitch correction is applied, this is what we're working with.
I feel like dying every season.
I'm adding in another manipulator with another formant shift, some RC20. I'm using RC20, but you can definitely achieve this effect with the stock plugins in your DAW.
I feel like dying every season.
It's just added some slight noise, a lot of distortion, and what this digital effect is a bit crusher. In this song, it has a little stutter at the end of the phrase.
I feel like dying every season.
And then, of course, I wanted to add in the harmony as well. Something I noticed with a lot of these harmonies is it's just a solid high note.
I feel like dying every season. I feel like dying every season. You feel like lying when you mean it.
Moving on to number 3, we've got the distorted plus really pitched up vocal sound effect. I wanted to copy the pitch correction that was used in the song. The vocal slopes down and it hits all the notes on the way down. I don't wanna make you feel real. Then I pitched it up 12 semitones, but only 10 on the formant, so the formant is a little lower.
I don't wanna make you feel real.
Next, we've got the distortion. You can basically use any distortion plugin. I'm using the stock Ableton saturator. And the main thing here is having enough drive to make it distort and then pulling back on the dry wet to about 40. Next was some OTT and a very short delay, which makes it sound metallic. Alright, let's move on to number 4, the crispy harmony vocal effect.
Now my eyes red.
The only thing I'm doing here is that trick I talked about earlier, pitching it up before the pitch correction, then an EQ, and then the main thing that makes it crispy is the OTT plugin I told you about earlier. On the Ableton version, you can tune it, which is really important. You want to make sure this low one is the lowest note and only the lowest note, and then you want to make sure this high part is just the crispy part up top and it doesn't have any like tone on it. At least that's how I use the plugin. The harmonies on this one, octave up harmony. And then a 2-note harmony right here. Both harmonies are processed the same as the melody, except for I did a little different formant shifting because I used the same audio.
The
fifth vocal effect I've got on here is something I called pitch correction plus glide.
Kinda like that coming on me. It's a nightmare, baby, okay.
It's got the solidness of pitch correction and the glide of like a regular voice. Waves Tune doesn't let you pitch bend the MIDI that is going through the plugin, so I had to do it through the manipulator plugin.
Kinda like that coming on me. Kinda like that coming on me.
And here's with OTT and some EQ.
Kinda like that coming on me.
The vocal in the song also had some fuzz on it. I added an Ableton plugin called Erosion, which just adds a little bit of white noise, and bit reduction plugin.
Kinda like that coming on me.
And then the final part is delay and reverb. The delay is automated on. I added it because I just liked the way it sounded. I don't think it was in the original song.
Kinda like that coming on me. It's a nightmare, baby, okay. but it's okay, okay, yeah, okay, okay.
The sixth vocal effect that I'm going to be doing is a real simple one, and it's just a chopped effect. I sang the entire part, and then I chopped it up into syllables, so I pitched it up 12 semitones. Then I took down the formant, which makes it sound a bit less chipmunky. And the final touches were some EQ and OTT. Number 7 is fuzzy parallel distortion. This one is transposed up before the pitch correction, and then it's not too complicated after that. The erosion effect, which is just white noise. Overdrive, which is a distortion plugin. And then I've got the OTT on here and a high pass filter. And then I've got a little stereo imager plugin. I think this one's free. It's by Isotope and it's called Ozone. And then I wanted to add just a little bit extra distortion, so I added on the RC20 with this crunch distortion. For the little glitchy intro, you just take this first syllable and then you just paste it a bunch. For harmonies, there's a lower octave in there, but it's really quiet in the song, so it's kind of hard to hear.
You can cut my heart with a butterfly knife. You can cut my heart with a butterfly knife. I won't put up a fight, stabbing everybody thinking too much so you can spite me, frightening, psyche, then I pull to lightning.
Number 8, we've got pitched up and big delay.
Every night, I think of you.
Let's start off with the main vocal. After the pitch correction is the manipulator plugin, and all that is doing is adding a slight glide. I wanted that to slide down. Here it is before and after.
Every night, every night, every night, every night.
Then a big reverb.
Every night.
And then a delay. The main thing is to have it on ping pong delay in the left ear, then the right ear.
Every night, I think of you.
The other things we've got going is a high melody.
Every night, I think of you.
There's a huge reverse reverb sweep. All you have to do is cut this out, turn off the delay, and it should sound like this. After you've made that in the audio file, cut out the original vocal, reverse it. In Ableton, the shortcut command is R. So select the sound, R, and then bring it over here. And then the effects on here, I shifted the formant down and then put some compressor on it so you can start hearing the sound earlier. Altogether, once again, here's the pitched up plus big delay effect.
Every night, I think of you. Every night, I think of you. Every night, I think of you. Every night, I think of you.
Number 9 might be my favorite. This is both a vocal pluck and a doubler sound effect. I also added in the bass line from the original song so you know where the beat is.
Baby, when you look at me, you know that I'll be here forever. Baby, when I look at you, I know that we'll be here together.
So let's start with the vocal pluck. I recorded myself go, ah, and then I put some pitch correction on it, make sure it was solid, threw that into a sampler, and then I added a little effect that I call quick stereo, delaying the left and right channels 1 and 10 milliseconds. And then I've got an OTT on there, another imager, plus a little bit of reverb. All right, so here's how I made my voice sound like this. You gotta take the original vocal, pitch it up an octave, add in some pitch correction.
Baby, when you look at me, you know that I'll be here forever.
Very chipmunky, but take the formant down, maybe like 6 semitones. In total, pitched up, but take the formant down.
Baby, when you look at me, you know that I'll be here forever.
EQ and a reverb.
Baby, when you look at me, you know that I'll be here forever.
I use a Waves plugin called Doubler.
Baby, when you look at me, you know that I'll be here forever.
One more time from the start.
Baby, when you look at me, you know that I'll be here forever. Baby, when I look at you, I know that we'll be here together. Baby, when you look at me, you know that I'll be here forever. Baby, when I look at you, I know that we'll be here together.
Finishing us out at number 10 is a Bandpass plus harmonies effect.
Stop believing in me, this is all I can be. What you want or you need, find it somewhere else.
With the pitch correction, it sounds like this.
Stop believing in me, this is all I can be.
We add in the manipulator plugin. I'm pitching it up in the plugin.
Stop believing in me.
You take the low part out, but you also take the high part out in a band pass.
Stop
delay and reverb.
Stop believing in me, this is all I can be.
And then the song has a top harmony, so I added that as well. It is just 2 notes.
Stop believing in me, this is all I can be.
Here's the effect again.
Stop believing in me, this is all I can be. What you want is you need, find it somewhere else. Set the puzzle was free. I'll get cold, I'll get mean. I don't wanna be seen or to see myself.
Alright, that's going to be it for this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope you learned something from it, or I hope it inspired you to make some music. So go out there, make some songs. Don't forget to smash like and subscribe if you're new. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.